Hello everybody, my name is Hassan Baygan. I live in Uppsala in Sweden. Today is 9th March 2026. I want to talk about the situation in Middle East, the war Israel and America started against Iran. That is unfortunate. And I can tell you, even the day before that war, I was not believing at the start. This is a madness. They lose. America never win. There is no chance for them. So I don't want to talk about the military situation because after 2 days I just said America is lost. In this war, America is defeated. But now this time I want to look at a little bit the political situation. Because, war starts with politics and finish with politics. And for the politics, we have to know the relation between the countries. Small countries like Dubai, Kuwait, Bahrain, Qatar, they're very, very small, but they gave very big military base to America. And from that base, attack Iran. So Iran had right to defend themselves and attack that military base. And the country, they support them. It's kind of supporting. You cannot be neighbor, be there and give all the logistic and say, no, we are not involving in the war. This is foolishness. If somebody accepts this argument, it's really foolish. But the godfather of Arab countries, it is Saudi Arabia. It's not that much involved and mostly wants to solve this with somehow because that Saudi Arabia about 2 years ago it comes much near to China, but recently have a military agreement with Pakistan to support. Pakistan is a nuclear country. They have atomic bomb. And if they start war with Iran, so Pakistan must involve. But Pakistan has broad relation with Iran, with the neighbor. And Pakistan has good relation with China also. And China wants Iran. And they know if Iran be defeated, it affects China. And China has many investment in Aramco. That's the world's biggest oil company. Some people, they say it's the most expensive company in the world, more than $1,000 million. And if they want to involve Saudi Arabia and Iran should, and Yemen also supporting Iran, hitting this oil company and Saudi Arabia, it becomes very, very complicated. That is what China and Pakistan, they don't want war between Iran and Saudi Arabia. And Saudi Arabia quite wise in this part. About 51 or 2 years ago, it was an agreement between America and Saudi Arabia to sell oil by dollar. So that got petrodollar. And that was one of the two reasons for American rising up economy. The other one was a base for dollar, and America said, anytime you come for any $35, you can get 1 ounce gold, but they never did it. But anyway, all this involved, all the people involved in politics, they know this one. But anyway, that Saudi Arabia for 1 or 2 years ago never continued with petrodollar, and it was big defeat for dollar. So, on the other hand, Pakistan has war now, started problem with Afghanistan. And they said Iran supporting Afghanistan. And Pakistan has some agreement with Turkey. And it will be something between them. Turkey has to support Pakistan. But Turkey needed Iran in Syria because they see Turkey and Israel, they come to the Syrian, but after a while it become problem between them because of Kurds, because the only people really supporting Israel is the Kurd in different area, because they were thinking Israel helped them to become a country. But If it become a country, anywhere, one country, court country, the next step can be Turkey, not Iran, because the Kurd area in Iran is very, very small part of Iran. And just beside them there is some Kurd city, but they are not accepting, because Kermanshah is a big city, but they are Shia Muslim. The other one is Sunni Muslim. And Kermanshah is a very, very big city, and they call themselves mostly Iranian. They don't want to be with this type of Kurd. A little bit come to Azerbaijan, part of Iran. This mixing, we start with the mixing with Kurd and Azeri, and the Azeri is much bigger. So that part of Iran is very small. But Turkey has a big area which Kurd people living, and Turkey if it is become some Kurdistan area separated, a big area. But the other side, the Kurd itself, between Kurd, Turkey and Syrian and this Iraq, they have a lot of problem with each other. Even they don't know each other. But recently they joined together it because of Israel. Israel choose their own people, Kurd people, and start. So we see it is very, very complicated, and Dubai now is defeated too much. One of the most richest people in Dubai, just today said, just exactly today, 9th March, tomorrow, a lot of investment fly from Dubai, and it's catastrophe for Dubai. It's very, very, very catastrophe. If it is happen, if it is real, so I heard in news. So Kuwait, Qatar, their American base is destroyed, and the soldier, they come to the hotel. Soldiers must be in military base on in the felt. So not in the hotel. That is funny. That's very funny. So they are defeated. So looking in Europe and America, you know that everybody knows now it is big problem between Europe and America, especially after the Ukraine war. So America, Trump has write some agreement with Ukraine that if it will come peace with Ukraine and Russia, that part of Russia is part occupied or anything, it's belong to Russia. The rest almost belong to America with all the resource, mine and everything. So somehow it become Americans' colony. But Europa don't want it. Europa continue war. Europa give the Ukraine money and weapon and logistic to continue killing each other. And now America rising and understanding their colony. I wrote about more than 10 years ago, long time ago, said Europa is a colony country. Whole Europa, even Sweden, which I live here. And in no colony country there is independent. When there is no independence, there is no democracy, there is no human rights, there is nothing. But there is only money. So as far as there is money, when it comes to poverty and money gone, then we can see what happened. On the other side is Europe and America, they are capitalists. Capitalists and democracy is quite against each other. It's impossible. Those who talk about democracy, they want to cheat the people. And those who accepted, they were fools who accepted we are democracy in our countries. I wrote a book about that. And that I start teaching in many universities. You can find my book also. Just write my name. Just write my name, Hassan Baygan, in the Google. You will find my book is distributed. Anyway, now coming to America itself. We will see in America now, Democrat and Republican, they are against each other, totally. Even they say in America it may be so civil war and be divided. The point is, in both these, they're Jewish. Now we can understand how different between Jewish. And part of the Jews from some years ago, they tried to move to China. But the problem for them in China, they cannot take the control of the government like they have control in whole America and Europa countries. They don't need to be many, but through the banks, and through the bank, they give only loan to their own people to buy something, to start some factory, so. Just remember when Soviet fell down, every Jew could get a lot of money from the banks to buy factory and the land. The same thing happened in Kurdistan, in Iraq. When Saddam Hussein fell down, the Jewish from Iraq, they could get as much as money to buy, for example, a house cost $100,000 to buy this for $5,000. They bought a lot of mark and everything. So that's why they become rich. And they get the control over everyone and every country. Anyway, so they have a problem. And I wrote a few years ago, very recently, the war between old Jewish shown the problem. I mean, between the Kissinger and George Soros. If you want to read, just write my name in internet. It comes my site. You can read it. Or I have an article, a few hundreds, both in English and Persian. So, even inside Israel, there is a problem between them. You don't say just Muslim or Shia, Sunni. In Islam, I have a lot of books. You just don't look at here. This side, whole house, here, everywhere is books. The books I have, even the professor never seen it. So, there is more than 1,200 Muslim groups. The same, lot of groups in Christian, lot of groups inside the Jewish also. And that explode between Jews. You see that some of the Jewish, they grave the Israel flag. They say it comes to our book. We should not have country. If become a country, we destroy. You know that the real Jews are Arab, but this Netanyahu. These are not Jewish, real Jewish. They are not Arab. They are just Jewish as a religion. Like some, like Indonesia, they are Muslim, but they are not Arab. Iranian, they are not Arab. So Christian. So there's just a religion. Anyway, another big differences between the Jewish, there are Talmud. You know, there is two Talmud, one from Palestine and one from Babel. On Talmud, after this Old Testament, they are biggest religious book. They have go under the rule. When they have to follow the rules, how to treat the people, how you marry, what you eat, this and that, to that, all. For the Muslim people, for Shiite Muslim in Iran, there is Ayatollah. Now you can understand what they mean by Ayatollah. If someone wants to become Ayatollah, must write a book himself and explain his idea in this situation now, how we have to do with these different things, and must be able to prove his right, support his idea, and must have follower, become Ayatollah. But Talmud means a book 1,000 years ago. Many like that Ayatollah or Rabbi write it and collect it. So those who go after Talmud from Babel, those who go after from Palestine, they think differently. They have a lot of problem with each other. Such a things, it determine the politics. Most of the people in the world, I can say directly, they've been cheated. They think this only Iran and this country are a religious country, but the most religious country is Israel. Israel is not apartheid. Those who say apartheid, they know nothing about apartheid. They've been cheated. Even Israel wants, they call him apartheid, and they laugh to them. Ha ha, we have black man in our Congress, Knesset. Apartheid did another thing. Apartheid, they don't allow black people. Israel is a sect. One sect even. They established Israel for only Jewish. They occupied the country of the people, Palestine. Go and read in Old Testament. That area was called Palestine from 1,000 years ago. Anyway, now I just said something short about the political area, how many differences, and if you want to know what is happening, what is going to happen, you must know the politics, the differences, relation between countries and everything. So in future I may talk about this military and why I said after 2 days I said America is defeated in the war. Absolutely. And now become worse and worse. Okay, thank you. My name is Hassan Baygan and today is 9th March 2026.